a proud product of the Northeast Ohio music scene. Joe Walsh, obviously famous for the James Gang and the Eagles, appeared on the Late Show with Craig Ferguson on May 17th, 2005. And this was a very good, funny, lucid, two-segment long interview where Joe talks about starting out on a metal clarinet and realizing he wasn't going to get any girls and switched to guitar in 9th grade. And talked about his rock and roll lifestyle and the excesses and the chainsaws and the hotels and the cartoonish stories. And but he also talked a little bit about almost getting killed by an alligator eating him. And Craig even related how Mick Jagger was surprised that Joe Walsh was alive one day when Craig mentioned him in a story. And we are lucky Joe's still alive. I think life was good. We saw that video, the one with the chainsaw in the hotel, and probably wasn't too far off. And thank God he got it together and able to smile and laugh, and he seemed real good in this interview. So again, Craig Ferguson, May 17th, 2005, The Late Show.
Welcome back, you naughty little donkeys. Welcome back to the Late Show. I'm sorry I was getting my freak on there during the commercial break. I was shaking my booty. I went nuts. But I'm back. My first guest tonight is one of rock and roll's all-time great guitar players. He sold millions of records as a solo artist and as a member of one of the legendary groups, the James Gang and the Eagles. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Walsh, everybody. Joe.
Well, happy birthday.
Woo. That's nice. I'm glad you're a guitar player.
Me too.
No, you're a good guitar player, though. Well done. I think it's going to work out for you with a guitar.
Better than a job.
Yeah. When did you start playing the guitar?
It was actually 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing one of those metal clarinets.
A metal clarinet?
Yeah,
you say?
You used to rent them, and they'd have
Wait a minute. I'm not a musician, but isn't the clarinet in the woodwind section?
Yeah, but for 9th graders,
they make metal ones.
It sounds the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A metal clarinet.
So,
okay.
I figured that I'm not going to get any girls playing this thing, and so I'd get a guitar.
Mm-hmm. Metal or wood? The guitar.
You play metal, yeah.
Play a metal guitar.
But I didn't get any girls with that either, but I had a lot better time.
You had a better time?
Yeah.
You've been in the Eagles and the James Gang. You've got a career that spans quite a long time. I'm guessing that guitar got you some action.
Yeah.
Do you have that happen to you all the time?
Yeah.
You know what's happening? I'm getting your flashbacks.
Did that come off of me?
Yeah, I don't know. Man, that's freaky. I think that's from the old Tom Snyder days when he was
that could be
pretty wild in those days, buddy, I tell you.
Well, yes, I got some action. Unfortunately, I don't remember. That's a good disclaimer, isn't it?
Do you ever bump into someone that says, "Hi, do you remember that great night in Cleveland?" And you say, "No."
I saw someone that looked vaguely familiar once, and I said, "You look vaguely familiar." And I proceeded to hear a story all about a lost weekend, shall we say.
Yeah.
And so now when people look familiar, I go the other way.
Yeah.
It's better.
That's the way to go.
Better that way.
That's the way to go. And you're back out on the road now, aren't you?
We're going to play California in August and
Yeah?
September.
Yeah?
Haven't played here in 10 years, I think.
Where are you going to play? Big enormo domes, the huge stereo thing.
Yeah, some of them. Some
Yeah?
small places,
Yeah?
too. There's a little bowl up in Santa Barbara we're going to play. That's 5,000 or something.
5,000. Yeah, it's hardly worth doing.
We'll play
Yeah.
at Staples in the pond and around.
Nice. What's the difference between touring now and touring in the old days?
Well, we discovered sleep.
Yeah.
That's a big difference right there.
Yeah, that'll do it. This sleep thing you talk about, is this been part of rock and roll for long, or?
No.
No.
No, it's a recent development.
Yeah. What is the, at what point, because, you know, the Stones are going back out again. You know, Mick Jagger is 62. I think Charlie Watts is like 80 or something.
Yeah, something
At
like
what
that.
point are you too old to actually rock?
Well, I don't know. When I get there, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Do you think? The blues guys played forever, right?
You know, one of my heroes is Benny Goodman, because he played Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
And sold it out. He was 82. So he's leading the charge. Les Paul's 90.
Yeah.
He still plays. So,
So you'll make it.
yeah, I'll make it. Hey, man, I hadn't planned on living this long.
You know, I have to tell you, there was one time, you know, when you were on the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
And I had to go. I had this thing where I had to go and work with Mick Jagger when I was writing a script, and it was such a big deal. I was going to work with Mick Jagger, and I was flying over to Europe to do it. And everyone said, "Oh, say hello to Mick for us. Say hello to Mick for us." And I was going, "Yeah." And then you said, "Say hello to Mick for me," and I went, "Yeah." Oh yeah. And then when I said, I never told you this. When I said to him, "Joe Walsh says hello," he went, "Is he still alive?" That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. People lost a lot of money on me.
Yeah. Because you were a bit of a wild man back in the day, weren't
I
you?
was.
Yeah.
I was.
Is it true you used to carry the chainsaw around? Is that a true story?
Yes.
Why did you do that, Joe? Why?
Sometimes we would have issues with hotels. And the beauty of a chainsaw is you don't really have to start it up if you just show up with it.
Do you think music's missing that now? It's all very corporate and well behaved now, isn't it?
It is very corporate now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a business now, and it used to be an art form, and that's a shame.
Yeah, because you used to have to record your music. You can fix everything now in the studio, you know. You don't have to be good.
I know. I know.
Does that scare you?
It's not as, well, I don't know. It's the digital age, you
Yeah.
know. I'm an analog guy. I like knobs. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The way this show's been going tonight,
Yeah,
that's
I might as
mild,
well
I'm telling
say
you.
it, yeah.
That's fine. Oh, we got to take a break. We'll be right back with Joe Walsh, everybody. Welcome back, my lovelies. Welcome back, my cheeky wee monkeys. I'm here with Joe Walsh. I don't know. It's the thing I do. Hey, you know, with the Eagles,
Yeah.
do you think, it's just a suggestion, maybe you could all wear the same suits and do a little dance number? Like Boys to Men or one of those guys.
No.
All right, just an idea. We were talking about back in the day when it was a little wild. There's some stories about you cheating death on a few occasions. I've heard
More
one
than
about...
yeah.
Is it true, the thing about the alligator? What happened with the alligator?
Oh, the alligator.
What is it? It's kind of one. It's like the mud shark story.
Well,
What happened with the
I
alligator?
went down to Vero Beach, Florida,
Right.
to the Dodger camp. the adult baseball fantasy camp.
Right.
And one of the coaches there said, "Hey, I know these two guys. They're local, you know." He says, and they go out in the Everglades, and they want to take you out in the airboat, and they're going to look for alligators, and it'd be just like National Geographic, you know.
I'd go, yeah.
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 I never dreamed we would actually find an alligator. But we did.
You did? How'd it go?
And this alligator was about 8 feet long. It was like a giant mussel with a lot of teeth. And they shot it maybe 7 times, and that just got it mad. So it decided to get in the boat. And I decided to get out of there.
See, now that's a mistake.
That was
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
The alligator comes in, because all the alligator's buddies, presumably, are just as mad, and they're in the water.
There
right?
were some other alligators around,
Yeah.
so they got me back in, but there wasn't room for both of us.
On the boat?
And I didn't have time to say, "Excuse me."
See, I'm the Eagles, not the hands.
Yeah.
Not the hands. Do you ever your hands insured? Your hands. Man's a famous guitarist. It's a reasonable question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have your hands insured?
I don't think so.
What if someone slams a door in your hand or something? How are you going to earn a living? Am I frightening you?
I never thought about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think about it all the time.
You know, every once in a while I will hurt something or cut something with a knife, and it's amazing how we take our health for granted.
Yeah, especially near alligators.
Yeah.
Be a little careful.
I played once with a cast with a pick taped onto the cast. Yeah.
Playing like that? That must have looked good.
It sounded awful.
As long as it looks good, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Joe, we got to run. It's been great to see you again.
Okay.
Joe Walsh, everybody.